Alam mo, Alice, mahirap tumakbong mayor. As a matter of fact, it is very difficult to win kung wala kang leaders, supporters, na tutulong sa'yo. Mayor Feliciano is now saying that it was Alice Goo who approached him and facilitated the resolution interposing no objection to the establishment of Hong Sheng, in which SEC documents the name of Alice Goo appears as representative, which fact Alice Goo likewise denied during the last hearing.
The next to interpolate is Congresswoman Jinky Luistro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We were presented by the Matrix when we started the hearing on POGO. And indeed, Mr. Chair, the number of corporations, including the incorporators, are really overwhelming. However, Mr. Chair, I wish to commend DSJJ Suarez and SDS Don Gonzales for painstakingly presenting how Michael Young and Alan Lim are connected to all of this. However, Mr. Chair, to give us a rundown on how this investigation is going in relation to the matrix that was presented earlier, I wish to summarize what we have gone through already by enumerating the 4 significant personalities along with the corresponding location and the companies involved. So far, Mr. Chair, we were able to unfold the personality of Mayor Alice Goo, whom we later on found out is a Chinese national by the person Go Waping. She is from Tarlac, where we found a compound we call Baofu, and where we see 2 corporations involved in POGO, started with Hong Sheng and later on converted to Yunzu An. The second personality, Mr. Chair, is Cassandra Leong. She figured in Porac, Pampanga, where there is a location we call Whirlwind, catering to the POGO operation of the company we call Lucky South. Tonight, Mr. Chair, we are all witnesses of the unfolding of another Chinese personality. This is in the person of Tony Yang, the elder brother of Michael Yang and Hong Jai Yang. This time, Mr. Chair, the location is Cagayan de Oro, where there is such a compound we call Alwana Compound, and allegedly there are 2 companies involved in POGO operation. One is Oro One, and the other is Sanja Steel. Ultimately, Mr. Chair, what surprises us tonight is the seeming link of Miss Alice Goo, one of the Chinese POGO operator, with a self-confessed Chinese spy by the name She Yang Zheng. Apparently, Mr. Chair, based on the documentary that was presented, he operated a POGO corporation also. This one is in Myanmar, near the boundary of Thailand. And the name of the corporation is Yatai International Group, Mr. Chair. At this point, Mr. Chair, being the lead agency in this investigation, I wish to request the PAOK from their perspective. How do we connect these 4 already significant Chinese personalities figuring in our POGO investigation, Mr. Chair? May we request Director Casio?
Madam Chair, as previously explained in the different hearings, it's more of the financial transactions that basically exposed the intricate links of these 4 said individuals and the companies to which they are also associated. So, but then again, Madam Chair, this is still an ongoing investigation, so we may still be able to uncover as we proceed with the financial investigation, as we defer to the AMLC, Madam Chair.
May we know, Mr. Chair, if PAOK has come across already this Oro 1 and Zanja Steel with respect to the allegation concerning POGO operation?
With regards to Oro 1, Madam Chair, we heard about it during the, because of a news report that was wherein a supposed inspection was conducted in the said location of Oro 1. And then when we heard of that particular inspection, ma'am, we dug into our files and were able to check that indeed Oro 1 was a customer service representative of Shonway Technology. By the way, Madam Chair, there are 8 others at one time that were CSR of Shonway Technology.
How about Sanjay Steel Corporation, Mr. Chair?
Madam Chair, with regards to Sanja, this is an ongoing investigation together with other law enforcement agencies and intelligence agencies, so to speak. We've seen the name of Philippine Sanja Steel in different alleged illegal transactions, not necessarily related to POGO, Madam Chair.
But have we visited the location of this Sanja Steel? The facility?
As far as the commission is concerned, Madam Chair, no. When the Bureau of Immigration was able to apprehend Mr. Yang last week at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, we've received reports that a good number of vans left the compound early morning of the same day, the following day that he was apprehended, supposedly with the purpose of bringing out the foreign nationals in the area.
I understand that the only case that Tony Yang is facing right now is violation of immigration law. Is this correct?
That is affirmative, Madam Chair.
Do we have AMLA here? Mr. Chair, I wish to ask the AMLA if he's seeing any case which can possibly be filed against Tony Yang concerning his several corporations here in the Philippines, particularly with respect to violation of the AMLA.
Magandang hapon po, Madam Chair. Madam Chair,
May we request the resource speaker to please speak louder and maybe closer to the microphone?
magandang hapon po, Madam Chair. Money laundering is a derivative crime, meaning it has to proceed from an unlawful activity. As mentioned by Dr. Casio, what Mr. Yang is facing right now is violation of immigration law, which is not a predicate offense under the AMLA. But just the same, Your Honor, we are gathering all information, personalities that come up during investigation. We gather intelligence information and we investigate, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I wish to direct my question this time to Alice Goo. Mr. Chair, I wish to manifest likewise and direct this manifestation to AMLA, that I understand that there are cases already filed against the incorporators of Brick Hearts. Brick Hearts, which I understand is a subsidiary of Shonway. And Shonway being the company which is being served or serving Oro One and Sanja Steel. Considering the corporate relationship of Brick Hearts, Shonway, Oro One, and Sanja Steel, are we not considering any possibility of violation of AMLA, having the cases filed already involving Brick Hearts as the predicate crime?
Your Honor, since the name of that corporation came up during the investigation of this committee, and in news accounts, Your Honor, we have started our investigation on Brick Hearts, Your Honor.
May we ask PAOK, considering the presentation of DS J.J. Suarez earlier, that there was a kidnapping discovered in Brick Hearts, meron po ba tayong naka-file na kaso against the incorporators of Brick Hearts?
None to our knowledge, Madam Chair. We've heard of the kidnapping in relation to Shuangma Technology and in relation to Brick Hearts. But then again, I would direct the said question to the Philippine National Police because the said reports were directed to them during that time of the investigation, Madam Chair, not to the Commission.
Mr. Chair, can we hear from the PNP? If we have the PNP here. There is a kidnapping incident in Brick Hearts. This one involves a Filipina. So may we know if a case was filed concerning this kidnapping incident? Mr. Chair, this is the corporation layering that we have been explaining since day one of our investigation. As a matter of fact, even prior to the creation of Quadcom, we have observed already the creation of so many corporations, however, with interlocking directors that adds to challenges on the part of the government, including the agencies, the PAOK, the PNP, and the AMLA, in identifying the Chinese personalities to be held responsible by the various illegal activities hiding under the guise of POGO establishment or even a customer service provider. Do we have PNP here?
Yes, Madam Chair, from the IDM, Colonel Landicho, sir, ma'am.
Our question to PNP is whether a case was filed concerning the kidnapping incident involving Brick Hearts.
We will check on that, ma'am.
I hope that the PAOK will be coordinating closely with AMLA and with the PNP because I understand that this is a very complex illegal activity involving so many companies, so many corporations, so many foreign nationals that gives challenges to us on identifying who is he and who needs to be charged in court.
Madam Chair, rest assured I will bring this matter to our Undersecretary and to our Chairman. And we would do our best to coordinate with the said agencies in relation to Brick Hearts and Shuangma, because Brick Hearts has figured in so many POGO investigations already, Madam Chair.
I lament, Mr. Chair, that while we have unfolded already the personality of Cassie Ong, of Alice Goo, of Tony Yang, and even She in the documentary, I understand that there are still several corporations hiding under the guise of being a Filipino corporation, also hiding under the guise of being a BPO or customer service provider. I hope we can look into all of this, especially those companies which were mentioned in the matrix at the early part of our hearing, Mr. Chair. And can we ask Alice Goo now? Meantime, Mr. Chair, I will be yielding to the other members of the committee while waiting for Alice Goo.
Okay, while waiting for Ms. Go Waping, we'll recognize first Congressman PM Vargas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ang tanong ko po ay para kay Mr. Tony Yang. Itatanong ko lang, matagal na kayo dito sa Pilipinas, 25 years na. Ano yung main source of income ninyo for 25 years na dito kayo nakatira?
OK， 你在菲律宾待了很久，已经有了25年。然后，请问你在菲律宾最大的收入是哪里来的？
我最大的收入就是从刚开始来，慢慢做生意，就是慢慢越做越大这样。就是渐渐做大了这样。
So my main source of income, it came from the time that I started here in the Philippines until it grew slowly.
Yes, what is the main source of income, Mr. Chair? Is it selling rice? Is it the steel? What product are you selling? And please speak loud in the microphone, Mr. Yang.
靠近一点。
好。
OK，所以最大的收入是哪里来的？比如说从你的大米呀，还是从钢铁呀？
我大米做比较久，大米啦，还有那个以前做那个皮蛙那个了，还有面粉厂啦，这些，就是这些，还有一些农产品哦，这些咯。
Okay, so the biggest source of income is the rice. It's still the rice, and I also have some wholesale of the products. I also have the rice mill and also some agricultural products.
Okay, thank you very much. What I'd like to ask is, kamusta naman yung kita? How are your earnings with your business? Would you say you did very well in the Philippines? Would you say you did good? Would you say you did bad in the Philippines while staying for 25 years here pagdating sa kinikita mo sa negosyo mo?
然后你认为呢？你在菲律宾赚的钱，这些收入，你如何能形容？你能说你赚的很多，还是你赚的刚刚好，还是你赚的不多？你如何要形容你的收入？
我在这边赚的，也就是一般啦，也算满意了。就是说，就是我这20几年的那个努力吧，也算自己也满意。
Okay, so I can say that my earnings are just right. I am satisfied with what I'm earning, especially from the fruits of my more than 10 years of labor and hard work.
Okay. And you lived for 25 years, you lived where?
在这个25年，你住在哪里？25年，你住在哪里？
这25年，我大部分时间都是在菲律宾卡加延 CDO。
Most of the time, I'm in Cagayan de Oro in the Philippines.
Okay, and Cagayan de Oro is a lovely place, di ba? Dahil doon kayo nakatira, at mukha naman sabi nyo, okay naman yung kinita ninyo. Marami bang pagkakataon na dahil okay naman yung kita ninyo, nag-give back o tumulong kayo sa sarili ninyong community? Kung saan kayo nakatira?
OK，你说你在哥哥湾住了很久，对吧？然后你也说你赚得不错，对吧？那请问你有没有做过一些回馈社会的一些活动呢？
有啊，我比如说那个比如说卡加园有长大水灾吧，还是有时候有那些火灾啦，哦，还有时候比如说有一些穷人的孩子要上学，我们都会买一些书包啦，这些去捐他们，去给他像救灾这些啦，我都经常在做。
Yes, that is right. So I have done some of those like charitable work also in the community. So this includes, for example, like the flood victims. There are also during in Cagayan where we had the flood, we also have for the fire victims. And sometimes I also support or donate like school bags to the students who are poor.
Okay, thank you for answering the question. What I'd like to ask after that is, how do you distribute or give your help or your charity to your community? Do you partner with the local government? Do you use a foundation? How do you do it? Do you just call the people and go there directly?
那请问你是如何做出这些回馈的一些活动啊？比如说，你有没有跟一些政府官员跟他们搭配呀、或者呢，你有跟一个基金会跟他们合作？
有啊，就是正常如果去捐，这些都是有跟这些政府的部门一起合作。就是比如说，有时候这个地方淹大水啦，我们会去跟那个马兰街的，还是市政府咯，去跟他们沟通说，哦，他那边比如说有灾情啦，就买一些大米啦，还有一些，反正就是一些东西。一起去救灾这样。
Okay. Yes, I have been partnering also with the government, with the different departments of the government. For example, there's a flood, so I also partner with them. I also work with the barangay and also the city hall or the city department. And also, because I have rice, so I also give away rice.
Okay, thank you. The reason why I'm asking is because for some random reason, I live in Quezon City, but I was tagged or I saw a post from Cagayan de Oro, and I'd like to ask you, because the post from a Facebook page called Bantay Nakaw says that there's a photo of you, the mayor, the city mayor of Cagayan de Oro, and the ABC president of Cagayan de Oro. The three of you are photoshopped into a three kings kind of picture, and it says that you are the Pogo Trio. Are you aware of this or no?
因为我们在脸书上有一些发帖，就是他们说，你在这个照片里面，你跟那个市长啊，还有这个 ABC 的总经理呀、还有你们三个在一个图片，在一个照片里面，然后他们有写下来，你们三个就是这个博彩公司的王子。
没有，我真的没有做博彩。
I'm not. I never done any pogo activity.
Yes, it just says the Pogo Trio. So I guess what I'm going to ask now is, do you personally know the mayor and the ABC president of Cagayan de Oro?
那请问您是否认识这个 Cagayan de Oro 的市长，还有 ABC 的总经理呢
ABC 啊
？ABC 公司的总经理。市长和总经理，你认识吗？
市长应该我在那边那么久了，应该是会 认识，我会认识，但是 A、B、C 我就不知道是什么了。
Okay. Of course, I know the mayor because I've been there for a long time. But for ABC president, I don't know him.
Okay, this is I'm just giving you a chance to defend yourself against such news because there's a lot of fake news going around now, and then because it says that the mayor is the Pogo Trio's big boss. The mayor is also the protector of Tony Yang and the ABC president's illegal operation, and they are your partners in smuggling rice and illegal drugs. And there are a lot of situations where local governments where businessmen or successful businessmen partner with them also in order to give back or to do charitable things. So I want you to clarify this. What can you say about this, about these activities and allegations towards you?
还有一个就是，有一些假的信息可能是假的。那他们说，市长呢就是在保护您杨先生，还有保护这个 ABC 这个公司。比如说你们有一些走私大米啊，或者这些毒品的一些活动，这些行动，就是由市长来保护你们。你对这个有什么说法？
这个绝对不可能，绝对没有说我绝对没有做这些东西，还有那市长也绝对没有说绝对没有说保护我们，哦，我跟他也是普通的认识的朋友呢，就是普通的朋友。
Okay. So that's really impossible. The statement a while ago was impossible because the mayor does not protect us or any kind of our activity. We are just ordinary friends.
Okay, thank you for answering that. You lived in Mr. Yang, you lived in the Philippines for 25 years, so I am assuming that you like it here and you love it here. We at the Quadcom are requesting for your full cooperation because we will not stop until we uncover the truth. Because as said by our President and our Speaker, there is no room for criminals in the 19th Congress and in the Philippines. Thank you. And my next question, short question, is for our PAOK representative, Dr. Casio. In the presentation or the matrix made earlier, but by our Deputy Speaker, has anyone attempted, either PAOK, the BI, or the PNP, has anyone attempted to locate any of the people in the criminal syndicate?
Yes, Mr. Chair. A good number of the Chinese nationals that have been mentioned in the matrix, in fact, have been charged criminally in relation to Bamban and in relation to the Porac raids. But the other individuals, we're still trying to coordinate with our foreign counterparts to be able to find them and make them pay for their criminal misdeeds in the country, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. But what about when I saw the presentation, there were also Filipino names, and it wasn't just the Chinese nationals. Do you think we should locate also the Filipino counterparts that are acting in this criminal organization? The reason why I'm asking this, sir, is at first it was drugs. Now it's Pogo. But before all of that, it was also Farmally. These are the three major crimes in our country for the past couple of years. And it's sad to see that smack in the middle of it are Filipinos. Kapwa natin Pilipino ay nandun. Kaya tingin nyo ba, hindi lang kailangan yung Chinese nationals, yung alamin natin kung nasaan. Kung hindi, pati yung mga kapwa Pilipino na nandito, nakasama dito.
On behalf of the interagency body who has been conducting the different investigations, Mr. Chair, yes, we do agree. In fact, we have been, our prosecutorial team, unfortunately they are not here, I think they're taking a break. They've been piercing the corporate veil, so to speak, to be able to identify the Filipino incorporators as well as beneficial owners. Now in relation to Sean Way, since this is an ongoing investigation, our interagency body also, Mr. Chair, is looking into the different personalities. And as requested by Madam the Honorable Luistro, we will also look into the corporate layering, so to speak, of these corporations and associated corporations. And we will try our best together with AMLC and the Philippine National Police, NBI, and DOJ IACAT to so-called, so to speak, pierce the corporate veil, Mr. Chair.
Thank you po. Mr. Chair, if I may suggest, for the Bureau of Immigration, malaman muna sa unang listahan kung sino ang nandito sa Pilipinas pa. Hindi lang yung Chinese nationals o kundi pati yung mga Pilipino na nandito. Bakit? Kasi sa akin pong palagay, kailangan din natin sila makausap at malaman. Kasi malamang sa mga nakausap na ahensya, sa mga napalusot na papeles, sa mga naging partner nila na LGU members, at sa mga naging biktima, sila ang naging conduit, sila ang naging tulay kung bakit nakapasok ang mga ganitong klaseng aktibidades dito sa Republika ng Pilipinas. Sila ang nag-areglo, 20 seconds na lang po, Mr. Chair. Sila ang nag-areglo ng lahat ng ito. Kaya tayo sa Quadcom wag po nating payagan na maareglo ang krimen at saka ang national security po natin. So with that, with the PAOK and with the BI, sana po malocate natin sila para po maimbitahan natin dito at mabigyan linaw tayo kung bakit ganun ang nangyayari sa kapwa Pilipino natin. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Congressman Vargas. Now we go back to Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Chair, I wish to ask Alice Goo. Ms. Alice, sino po ang sinundan yung mayor?
Former Mayor John Feliciano.
Come again?
Former Mayor John Feliciano.
Joe Feliciano.
John Feliciano.
John Feliciano. And how associated are you? Gaano ka ba kalapit dito kay John Feliciano?
Magkaibigan po, Your Honor. Nakilala ko po siya, I think, during his second term.
Second term? Can you
Apo.
cite the year?
Di po ako masyado sure na sa year. Second term, kung di po ako nagkakamali.
Siya ba ay nakatapos ng 3 termino?
Yes po, Your Honor.
In other words, if you're referring to the second term, you met John Feliciano sometime in 2016 to 2019.
In between po, Your Honor.
In between 2016 to 2019. Ang sabi mo kanina, kaibigan mo si John Feliciano. Can you please enlighten us? Gaano kayo kalapit na magkaibigan?
Your Honor, magkaibigan, nagkakilala kami nung second term po niya na kumuha po ako sa kanya ng business permit para sa piggery. And then, last term po niya, I think pandemic time na rin po.
Did you help in the campaign of John Feliciano in 2016?
Hindi po.
Did you help John Feliciano in 2019?
Hindi din po, Your Honor.
In other words, since you met John Feliciano, wala kang naitulong sa kanya pagdating sa kanyang kampanya. Is that correct?
Financially, wala po.
What do you mean by financially? If not financially, then what else or how else will you help him politically?
Of course, Your Honor, yung mga ibang botante po namin sa farm, kinakampanya po namin, yung mga ganun lang po.
And how many voters do you have in your farm?
I have, during that time, ngayon po kasi wala na, totally wala na. During by that time po, siguro po more than 50 or more than 70 po.
Alam mo, Alice, mahirap tumakbong mayor. As a matter of fact, it is very difficult to win kung wala kang leaders supporters na tutulong sa'yo? Since you've known John Feliciano since 2016, kung hindi ikaw ang tumulong sa kanyang politika, then who did? Sino ang tumulong kay John Feliciano?
Your Honor, I think the former mayor is here po. Better siya po yung sumagot kasi hindi rin po ako yung tumulong po sa kanya.
May we ask John Feliciano, the former mayor?
Yan, dito kanina. Mayor Feliciano?
Can you please occupy one of the chairs?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Mr. Feliciano, since based on the manifestation of Alice Goo, wala naman siyang naitulong siya sa'yo, 2016 and 2019 na eleksyon. Sino ang mga taga-Banban na malaki ang naitulong sa'yo during those times of election?
Madam Chair, our town is small, 40,000 votes. During my term, I introduced a lot of improvements in my town.
Mr. Chair, can we direct the resource speaker to please be responsive to the question? Ang tanong po, Mr. Feliciano, sino po ang tumulong sa inyong manalo 2016 and 2019 election?
Before you answer, Mayor, can we ask the committee secretary to administer the oath of, have you taken your oath?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige, please. I'm sorry, please continue, Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Feliciano, did you get the question?
Yes, ma'am. On my town, ang tumulong po sa akin, yung mga kababayan ko po. So yung mga kapitan, yung mga leaders ko, and yung mga family members ko po sa bayan namin.
How about your vice mayor? Did he help you?
Kasama din po sila. Si Vice Mayor William Cura po ang kasama ko.
Malaki bag na itulong sa ni Vice Mayor?
Physically po.
Physically. How about your council members? Did they help you?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm proud to say, on my second term, isa lang po ang nalaglag sa mga councilors ko.
So 7 of your 8 members
Yes, Madam Chair.
dedicated their support on your 2016 and 2019 election. How about the barangay captains? Ilan ho bang kapitan mayroon kayo?
Out of the 15 po, sa akin po lahat sila. And on my last term, wala po nalaglag sa ticket ko. 10-0 po kami lahat.
How many barangays do you have?
15 lang po.
1-5.
Yes, ma'am.
And the total of 15 barangays all supported you during your 2016 and 2019 election.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Kanina po sabi ni Alice Goo, wala siyang naitulong sa inyo 2016, wala din siyang naitulong sa inyo 2019, except yung botante na nagtatrabaho sa kanilang farm. Do you confirm that?
Yes, Madam Chair.
And aside from doon sa botanteng nagtatrabaho sa farm nila, mayroon ho ba kayong malalim na pinagsamahan ni Alice Goo? Like for example, nagka-problema ho ba kayo na ni-rescue niya kayo? Meron ho ba kayong mga ganyang pinagsamahan? Or nangutang ho ba kayo sa kanya at pinaluwag niya kayo?
Hindi naman po. During my time, because yun na po yung nagkaroon ng ASF, that's why most of the time po, pupunta po sila ng munisipyo, kasama po yung hog raisers to address the problem. So doon lang po kami naging close, Madam Chair, because most of the time, papasyal po sila because na-wipe out nga po ang population ng hog and swine. So that's the time we had ample of conversations, Madam Chair.
Kung papipiliin ko po kayo, Mayor, si Alice Goo po ba? Friend or acquaintance lang?
Friend.
Friend.
Yes, ma'am.
But you have several other friends who might be more attached to you than Alice Goo. Do you confirm that?
Marami po, siyempre.
Marami,
Opo.
no? Ang gusto ko pong itanong, Mayor, considering na si Alice Goo, wala namang naitulong sa inyo 2016. Wala ding naitulong sa inyo 2019. And you even said that there are several other friends who are more attached to you than Alice Goo. Bakit po siya ang in-endorse niyong tumakbong mayor?
Madam Chair, during my time, dahil maliit lang nga po ang bayan namin, I believe a good businessman should be the one running the municipality or local chief executive.
Mayor, why do you say that Alice Goo is a good businessman?
Because from the time I knew her, 2016, siya na po ang, sabihin na natin na responsible po doon sa mga piggery nila sa bayan ng Bamban. And it so happened, nakita ko naman na napalaki nila, and during the pandemic, nakita ko she was able to control yung pagkamatay po ng mga baboy nila. So a good businesswoman, so sabi ko, why not try and ask her if she wanted to run.
You manifest that you are the one who offered that opportunity to her?
Yes, Madam Chair, because...
Kayo po ang nag-alok, hindi niya hiniling.
Hindi po, kasi po during that time, I had a falling out with my fellow, yung kaibigan ko nga, because I ran for Congress. So it so happened, we had a falling out with my barangay captain. So sabi niya, hindi pwede, hindi ka pwedeng tumakbo, kailangan ako lang. I needed someone on my back. Mahirap pong tumakbo ng Congress kung wala ka pong mayor sa bayan mo. So, sad to say, ang option ko na lang was to ask her if she wanted. And then she said, sige, give me 30 to 60 days and I'll decide. And then after po noon, Madam Chair, after 60 days, so let's try it out. Let's ask her, yung mga kababayan natin, kung papayagan tayo. And then, everything fall through.
How about your vice mayor?
Ang vice mayor ko po, ang nangyari noon, nagpunta rin po rin sa kabila.
How about your council members?
Naiwan po sa akin lahat yung 7.
And you did not consider any of them
Wala po, ma'am kasi hindi
to succeed to your mayoralty?
Wala pong capable. They're not capable of...
Aside from the piggery business, Mayor, what consideration did you consider, what factor did you consider why you offered the mayoralty to Alice Goo?
Wala naman po. Nothing came into me. Ganun lang po, kasimple naman yun eh.
You just offered the position to Alice Goo?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi during that time, it was already closed. Wala na akong magawa, ma'am, because...
How close, Mayor?
No, the time frame during that time that my friend told me not to run, and we were already having a squabble kung sinong gagamitin ko as my candidate. Ma'am, masyado na maigsi yung oras. So wala nang panahon, ma'am.
I understand, Mayor, during your time, may Hong Sheng na.
Yes, ma'am. Meron na,
So,
ma'am.
do you confirm na kayo po ang unang nag-issue ng business permit sa Hong Sheng?
Yes, ma'am. I was the one.
And how do you describe the operation of Hong Sheng?
Actually, ma'am, nung sa Hong Sheng, hindi naman ako, ma'am, nakapasok doon because it was a regulated Philippine offshore gaming operator. And so, I believe Banban wasn't the one having the Philippine offshore gaming operations. Ma'am, during that time, nag-review din ako, nag-study rin ako. Almost 400 po nag-ooperate. As far as Cavite, meron pong Cagayan Valley.
Let's concentrate to Hong Sheng, Mayor.
Ayun nga, ma'am.
And do you confirm that the land being occupied by Hong Sheng belongs to Alice Goo?
Yes, ma'am.
You confirm that?
Yes, ma'am, because she was the one who requested the letter of intent to me para po ma-endorse ko po sa Sangguniang Bayan to get the letter of no objection.
The Baofu?
Yeah, no, yung Hong Sheng po, ma'am, Hong Sheng.
You are stating now, Mayor, that you were the one who endorsed the letter of Alice Goo to Hong Sheng to be able to secure a letter or resolution of no objection.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
Yes, ma'am, because she endorsed a letter of intent to me. So ako naman, on my part, as a local chief executive, bibigyan po ko ng sulat sa Sangguniang Bayan to act on that request.
Alice, I remember last time you denied this. You said you never represented Hong Sheng.
Your Honor, I translate for Hong Sheng, and for Hong Sheng po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination for the cases filed at the court po.
But I wish to manifest, Mr. Chair, that in tonight's hearing, contrary to the representation of Alice Goo, Mayor Feliciano is now saying that it was Alice Goo who approached him and facilitated the resolution interposing no objection to the establishment of Hong Sheng, in which SEC documents the name of Alice Goo appears as representative, which fact Alice Goo likewise denied during the last hearing. Mayor Feliciano,
Yes, Madam Chair.
during your congressional bid, simultaneous with the mayoralty of Alice Goo,
Yes, Madam Chair.
ano pong itinulong sa inyo ni Alice Goo?
Yung pong makapagsalita po ako sa entablado niya, malaking bagay na po sa akin yon.
Sabi niyo po, magaling na businesswoman si Alice Goo.
Yes, Madam Chair.
So what support did she extend to you during your congressional bid?
Sa bayan lang po ng Bamban, yung maisama ka na dun sa grupo niya na hindi ka na maglalagay ng entablado, tapos yung pagbayad po sa mga watchers, so hindi na po niya ako hinasel. So that is fine and tama na po para sa akin yon.
So there are no campaign funds that were extended to you?
Wala po, kaya po natalo ko. Yun lang pong sa akin.
How many towns do you have in your district?
Madam Chair, we have 4.
4 towns.
Yes, Madam Chair.
And ang naitulong lang ni Alice Goo is the audience
Yes, Madam Chair.
during the campaign period. Tama ba?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Is that the only thing that you're expecting from the businesswoman whom you describe as a very good businesswoman?
On my part po kasi, Madam Chair, what I learned was when you try to run for office, kung may magbibigay ng tulong, salamat. Kung wala, salamat din para at least wala pong magsisisihan sa bandang uli.
I'd like to go back to Hong Sheng, Mayor.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Mayor, do you understand that this Hong Sheng was later on found out to be a POGO operation?
Madam Chair, yung pong letter of no objection was part of a PAGCOR license given by our gaming industry. So alam ko po na ganun talaga siya. And I believe Philippine offshore gaming operators are legally in a sense.
Can you describe to us how many buildings are erected in Hong Sheng?
I'm not really sure kung ilan po yung
Approximate.
5 or 6.
And do you recall kung magkano ang real property tax na ibinabayad sa inyo during that time?
Ngayon po, more than 15 million po.
During your time, Mayor?
Yes, that was ngayong pong pagbaba ko po.
More than 15
Yes,
million?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And where were you nung na-convert ito as Yunzuan Corporation?
Wala na po
Was
ako
it
noon.
during your term?
No, hindi na po. Because later part na po kasi yun noong 2022 eh. And then, baba na po ako noon.
How about the Baofu land, Mayor? When Alice Go acquired this land, what is the classification of this land?
This land was agricultural and then she requested for a reclassification way back 2019.
So it was during your time when the land was reclassified.
Yes, Madam
It was
Chair.
reclassified from agricultural to industrial. Do you confirm that?
Residential and commercial, Madam Chair.
From residential to?
No,
Commercial.
agricultural, residential / commercial.
From agricultural to residential commercial. And
Yes,
per
ma'am.
your recollection, do you believe that the requirements for reclassification were duly complied with?
Yes, Madam Chair, I believe so.
Yes. And with respect to Hong Sheng, Mayor, the entire process of this resolution or letter interposing no objection, it was Alice Goo who was representing Hong Sheng. Do you confirm that?
Yes, Madam Chair, because her name was written also on the Sangguniang Resolution.
And aside from the name being written in the Sangguniang Bayan Resolution, it was Alice Goo, or likewise, who is lobbying with the Sangguniang Bayan, and even in your office. Do you confirm that?
Actually po, hindi naman naglabi. She just submitted the letter of intent.
How
To my
many
office.
times did she visit your office to represent Hong Sheng?
Twice?
Twice.
Twice, I think.
If you are aware, how many times did he visit the Sangguniang Bayan for the purpose of that no objection for Hong Sheng?
Once?
I wish to manifest, Mr. Chair, that contrary to the statement of Alice Goo, that she never represented Hong Sheng during its application for permit and even in the issuance of letter or resolution of no objection, John Feliciano is now testifying that it was Alice Goo who represented and facilitated the no objection resolution for Hong Sheng, the POGO operation. I submit, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro. The manifestation is noted, and COMSEC, please make sure that the manifestation will be considered in the writing of the committee report.